Remember last week when reports were swirling around that Channing Tatum was planning on leaving the upcoming Fox film Gambit? Well, apparently those reports were bogus. The Hollywood Reporter has revealed that Tatum and Fox have finalized their deal, which could see Tatum playing the role of the kinetic energy harnessing mutant for 10 years. The report also reveals that while there were a number of minor sticking points in the contract negotiations, it was nothing outside of the normal back and forth always presented in these types of contracts, and that the deal was never in any jeopardy as Tatum and Fox have both been committed to this project for some time. John, are you surprised at the outcome of this Tatum as Gambit drama?
Nope. I mean, we said on the show when we first talked about the stories going around that, look, he's going to be Gambit. He's already committed to being Gambit. He surprised the audience at Comic-Con by showing up on the panel there as Gambit. This isn't going anywhere. He's going to be Gambit. He's going to be Gambit. I actually ended up talking to somebody this weekend who is close to the whole thing. He says, this whole report about the things falling apart again, he goes, it's nonsense. He goes, this was never in trouble. There was never any, there was trouble over points of the contract, but never was this contract in jeopardy. Never was this deal in jeopardy. It was always going to happen. So once again, we are let down by those who break news that just throwing stuff out there that has no basis in truth. So it turns out everything turns out. I think most of us on this panel, we suspected this was the case. We suspected, look, you're not going to Comic-Con and showing up on the panel and say, hey, everybody, I'm Gambit, if you're not damn sure you're already mentally committed to doing this. So I'm not really surprised at all. Anyway, Schnepp, what about you?
I thought maybe he could do a Mission Impossible and tear his face off his Taylor Kitsch. I'm really Gambit. I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of us thought for a second that Channing Tatum wasn't going to be Gambit, especially after all that press. What we were talking about is like, maybe there was a little ruffle after that $150 million news dropped.
Yeah.
And I think that probably was it. And then, one website carried a story saying, there's some people, concerned, and then everyone went with that and said, he's fired, he's quitting.
The report was Channing Tatum is planning on leaving Gambit. That was the report.
And it was untrue. And everyone went with it. So I'm happy that he's still on. I mean, I don't think we ever really quit. We're like, I guess it'll shake out and we'll see what happens. So, damn.
Yeah, I mean, you see the internet buzzing about something, then you read the actual story that caused all the buzz, and the actual story said, no, it's probably just some sticking points. So, yeah. I mean, you see this all the time in sports. Like, you'll see athletes negotiate with their teams. Like, you can see Tom Brady negotiate with the Patriots. He's not, the Pats aren't going to let him go, but there might be some sticking points. So, it's just when we see in the entertainment world, sometimes people get a little more, I don't know what's happening now, but this was the assumption all along, and I'm glad it's true, by the way, because I think Channing Tatum is going to be a fantastic Gambit, and I'm glad that they locked him up for as long as they have him, because he could make a lot of good movies in this franchise.
Yeah, now you announced to me 4 years ago that Channing Tatum's going to be Gambit, and I'm like spitting in your face. Mm-hmm. I mean, not literally. Yeah. Maybe literally.
Maybe.
I'm not it depends on the mood I'm in. I'm surprised. But, give everybody their due. Channing Tatum is one of these guys who he was terrible for a long time, and I won't sugarcoat that. He's awful. But he started to find his stride about 4 years ago, to the point now that I look forward to seeing him perform movies. I think he's a damn good choice to play. Now, would he have been my first choice to play Gambit? No. I, like a lot of people, I really would have liked to have seen Taylor Kitsch been given another go at Gambit, but I guess they really want to separate themselves from that movie as much as they can. So I understand that. That being the case, he still wouldn't have been my first choice to play it, but he's one of those guys that would be like, yeah, I'm okay with that choice. And I think he will be pretty good at it. And the fact that it sounds like he's committing to it for like 10 years to play this character. The report in the Hollywood Reporter says it's going to be much like, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's going to be in his own movies. He's going to be in the other X-Men movies. He's going to show up all over the place. And that's a good thing. So I'm personally pretty happy about it.